So, from the command advantage point of view, they will provide public goods. So, the explanation for a 2 mark would be that they will provide public goods which the private sector will not because of the non excludability and the free rider problem. Number two, they will also provide merit goods which are underproduced. Let's write that also. Which are underproduced in market economy. Because market economy only cares about, okay, 100 kids can pay and study, but 150 for the society's benefit, these 50 people who cannot afford it, even they should get a chance to study. So the government is going to make sure that they are also providing for it. They will not provide harmful goods. Okay? They will allow people to be employed. There's going to be higher employment basically in a command economy. Pretty much everyone's going to be working. But the unfortunate part of that is, in this movie again they showed Moscow in the Hudson, that there was this guy who was I think he was an artist, okay, and a really good one. And one day he's just walking from one side and he sees, oh, there's a big line, and he sees that this guy is standing in the line, and turns out that this line is for employment. And he goes and he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, you know what, मेरा art का तो कोई काम है नहीं, but you know, the government is making roads, so I want to get a job, and the government is going to make him work over there. Now, in a free market economy, an artist would be hired as an artist. Now, if an artist is not required, he will be unemployed. But in a command economy, if your artwork is not desired right now, you go and do something else for the government. You can't just sit idle. So at least you'll be employed and you will get some sort of naukri or something or the other. Any advantage you can think of? Basic needs will be provided, and there will be equality. All right, good job. Now, from the disadvantage point of view, quite a lot of disadvantages, in fact. Number one is always on the top. Resources are inefficiently used. That's a big problem. Okay. Number two, economic growth is suppressed. Innovation is slow. It's really slow. Priorities होती है ना, government की priorities are different. Like for example, in North Korea, things are not so well for the people. They don't have much. There are some online documented videos, and there are every now and then there are people who defect basically from North Korea and they escape through sea or something, and they come into China and they go to different parts of the world and they share their experience. So they now have documented facts of it that people are not doing so well in North Korea. And खुदा ये है कि वहाँ पे इस वक्त, क्योंकि नॉर्थ कोरिया इज़ द बैड शीप इन द वर्ल्ड, उसके ऊपर कांस्टेंट थ्रेट रहता है, यू नो of America trying to wage war against them. Why? Because they're trying to develop nuclear power. Now, government के point of view से देखो तो it's sort of like um, that people don't have much food to eat and stuff, and दूसरी तरफ they are putting so much resources towards making the nuclear warheads. So what's happening here? The priorities are completely different. You know, so we can say that people's and governments' priorities may be different, and it is in this case. In fact, there's a funny Hollywood movie also. It's called The Interview. If you get a chance, you can watch that also. उसके अंदर थोड़ा सा exaggerated form है, but they've shown a little, sort of like a funny bit on how the North Korea situation is. The Interview के नाम से I think it's that funny comedian Seth Rogen or somebody in it. Anyhow, so you have certain disadvantages. फिर उसके बाद very few variety, and even like the quality is not so good, very poor quality. And this happens because there's not much research and development. They just like लोगों के लिए provide करो. That's all that matters right now. So the variety is few and stuff. So that's plenty. That's way too much that we're writing here right now. You don't have to, just a couple of points over here and you're good.